Hi, Tony. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
So I know you're Stone Wolf Outdoors, correct?
Yeah.
And how long have you been doing YouTube?
Oh, I think I'm going on 4 years now.
4 years?
4 or 5 years, yeah.
What made you decide to start your channel?
Well, watching videos and doing all these camping trips, and it's like, I should be recording and sharing them too. And that's what I started doing.
That's how it started. Fun. And how did you get into stones? The most important question of all.
Stones. I've always been into rocks.
Always been into rocks.
I still got the first rock I ever found in my collection.
Yeah.
And
As a kid, or?
as a kid, yeah.
Really? So you've really done it ever since you were a kid? You've collected rocks? Wow. That is so cool. And you still have the rock. I'm so impressed. And so when did you start tumbling and stuff like that?
Did a little when I was a kid, because it was fun to polish the rocks up and it looked so cool. Then, I don't know, once I was married and had permanent location where I was living, I started tumbling the rocks and collecting them again.
Neat. And now you just told us, as you guys were downsizing for your full-time RVing, how many bins did you get rid of? Or buckets, did you say?
I used to carry 5-gallon buckets. Oh, this one's petrified wood, this one's agates, this one's, different zones. And then I had spots out in the yard where it was just big boxes that lined with plastic and throw rocks in.
I love it. So you had lots of rocks to give it. And did you have friends that loved them as much as you that you were able to give them away to?
Yeah, I had no problems when it come time to get rid of the rocks.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So you had lots of friends that love rocks as much as you. Oh, cool. Now, are people into, like, is it like a group thing? Like, for me, for like painting rocks, we have like a Facebook group and everybody, paints rocks and we share it.
I've never been into a group. There's a few Facebook groups I follow on rock hounding and geology and stuff like that.
Oh, cool. So yeah, there are lots of people that do it then.
Yeah.
Very neat. So what's your favorite thing about doing the YouTube channel? Like,
just the fact that I can look back, see where I've been, and sharing stuff. Like, we do a lot of traveling, so I'm sharing our travels at times and stuff like that.
Very cool. And what about like, what's your most favorite thing you've done as far as taping and stuff like that? Just any one thing?
Not really. I like so many things, and the parks and get to take pictures of so many cool stuff.
I know, it's amazing. Right? And then making your beautiful necklaces are amazing. So when did you start doing them? Is that just
about 6-7 years ago.
Yeah, so you've been doing it for that long?
More than that. Maybe 10 years.
Wow.
Started getting into the old style crafting and stuff like that, making necklaces, belts.
Oh, you make belts out of them too?
Not out of rocks, but out of the materials. I don't have many belts handy, but I've got.
Oh, wow.
Been making a lot of dog collars lately.
You make dog collars just out of leather? You mean?
No, same thing. Cotton yarn.
Oh, really?
On a loom.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, that's pretty cool.
I made a loom. It's about like this, portable. So.
And you make your own stuff to make them on?
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing in itself.
I was learning how to do stuff. It's like, well, I can make that. So
that
I don't have to buy the tools. I just make them.
That is so cool. And so you were saying that you made the loom that you made my little necklace with. So let me show my necklace. Take it off so I can show you. Look at my beautiful necklace. And he made the chain as well. I don't know if you call it a chain, but made the
pendant
actual,
and the necklace.
Isn't that amazing? It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. And so you actually made the loom to make this part of it.
Yeah.
So that's amazing in itself. That's really cool.
If you want one, I'll send you home with one.
Oh boy.
I made a bunch. I probably made 100 of them. So I used to teach classes on how to do the
exact
necklaces. So I'd come in with a bunch of looms. The class is for free, and then I'd sell people $5 for a loom. And
oh, wow, that is so cool. So you where did you teach classes at when you were home in Washington?
Yeah, when I was doing a Viking festival, stuff like that.
Oh, neat.
So I'm teaching classes on different kinds of crafting and.
Oh, awesome. Next year you guys should come to the Ironwood there. We did classes this year. There was a watercolor class and I did a rock painting class. You should come and do a cool do a rock
I could probably do
class next
like
year.
If we're there.
Okay, cool. Early February, usually like the first. Yeah. This year it was the 2nd through the 5th or something. Okay. So next year I'll have to make sure I let you know so you can maybe.
The sooner I have the numbers, the sooner I can be in the area.
All right, we'll let you know. I don't think they've actually set down the date, but it's the first week of February, anyways. Okay. And it's beautiful out there. Yeah, cool. It got really big this year. This year kind of was the older people side, and then they had the party inside over there. So. Yeah.
That's good.
But yeah, it was really fun. You guys, it'd be fun to have you guys come out there. So it is so beautiful out there in the Ironwood Forest. It really is. It's a very pretty area to be. So
Well, it's not raining, right?
it did rain this year, unfortunately, but yeah, we had some cold weather out there too. But then the last 2 weeks has been absolutely beautiful. So normally it's 70. I kept telling my friend every time we're talking to us, we're on a live, and our friend Steve, who lives there, will say it's 70 degrees out today, and it's like 70 degrees. And I said to him, I think you're lying, because we've been here since how long, and it hasn't been 70 degrees once.
We used to 70 degrees for almost 2 weeks.
I'm like, hey, what's going on? You telling stories or what? And then finally the 70s came, and so it is beautiful out there. So, so what's your plan? What's next coming up for you guys?
We're gonna go north, and I think we're gonna go up by Phoenix for a week or so and see how it goes, and start heading east.
East.
Yeah.
And where are you gonna end up? East.
Texas.
Gonna go to Texas?
Then I cut the corner of Texas, Oklahoma, go north, and then cut back across to the west, go to
You go out that way?
Washington.
There you go.
That's the plan.
That's the plan?
Plans change.
Written in the sand, as our friends always tell us. The plans are written in the sand, and they can change anytime.
Yep.
So when you get back home, what do you do when you go home? Do you just park in someone's driveway, or?
Oh no, we do the same thing. Campground hopping and.
Oh, you do campgrounds mostly?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't do as much boondocking then?
There's not as much where we're at.
Out that way.
Yeah, we do some mooch docking and
Yeah.
then back to a campground and.
Oh, nice. Nice. And then just hang out for the summer and
Yeah.
visit family and friends and stuff. And
spend the summer trying to figure out when we're leaving.
that's the plan when we get out of here again, right? And what time do you guys usually leave in Washington? Does it snow pretty early there?
Not really.
No?
Most of the time, you don't worry about anything except for when you're coming south, getting over the passes in the mountains.
Yeah.
You worry about that more than snow up there. So.
So what did you do for work before you retired?
A carpenter.
Oh, you were a carpenter.
Yeah.
That's why you like to do the looms and stuff. That's why you're good at that. There you go. That makes sense now. And that's why you can say, okay, I need this, and you can just put it all together.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay. And how many rock tumblers do you have now?
Just one.
You just have one that you carry? Is it big?
No, it's a little tiny. The whole thing's about that big.
Oh, because someone showed me one and it was about that size.
Yeah,
I thought
just
they were
doubles
really
one
huge.
Barrel. I mean, I used to have a rack full of barrels.
Oh, and they're all basically that size then, and you just
the
put.
barrels aren't very big.
Oh, okay. And so you would do more than one at a time. In other
Yeah,
words.
I had multiple at a
Oh, okay. And how many rocks can you put in that?
time. I don't know, like a small snack size Ziploc.
Oh, okay.
So not very many.
And then you said that goes for 9 days.
9 days, 5 times, 5 different grits.
Oh, my.
First grit goes 9 days, second grit 9 days, third grit 4.
So 45 days total before you get it to come out as beautiful and smooth as this.
Sometimes you put them back and you do some. I'm doing them. Sometimes I'll take a rock that I've already done and put it in with the first grit because I want to break it down and smooth it out a little bit more.
Wow.
What do you use for grit? Metal?
Silicon carbide
Oh, okay.
for the first main grits. Then it gets into powder and powder metal polish and stuff like that.
Wow. And are you self-taught on all of this?
Oh yeah.
Just started reading books or Googling it or whatever?
Bought a tumbler and read the directions.
And that was it? And you fell in love?
And just learned along the way.
I can't get it. If I get one of those, I'll be in trouble because I won't be able to stop too. I'll be just like you. I'll be like, oh my God. I better not go there.
It's a little noisy.
Is it noisy?
Yeah.
So you just run it outside and it doesn't bother, nobody complains?
Well, I usually cover it so it insulates it a little better.
Oh, okay,
too.
so it's not quite...
I'm not running it here. This park is actually quite picky about
Right.
stuff like that.
Right, so certain places you can.
Yeah.
Where you were last time, you had like a pretty open place.
Yeah, we had a huge area. It was all to ourselves. The neighbors
Yeah.
couldn't even hear our TV sets or
Nice.
anything.
That's nice, right? That was a nice
beautiful,
spot, right?
Yeah.
That was nice.
For sure.
So it ran the whole time we were there.
The whole time. Oh,
Yeah.
nice. And that way you get ahead of yourself, right? So you
Yeah.
don't get behind.
Yeah, we'll be out boondocking here pretty soon. I'll probably run it while we're doing that, but I'll probably just turn it off at night because it does use power.
So do you run it on your generator?
We charge our batteries with our generator. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you can just run it on the power of the rig.
Yep.
Okay. And the other thing I wanted to mention to you is I watched one of your videos where you were making fire starters.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. I mean,
Well,
do you do that a
as
lot?
Traveling, I collect that stuff. So I get to a certain point, and every summer I use up what I made. So during the winter, I collect up more and make them.
that was really cool. So it was fun to watch. So check out that video, guys, because it was a really cool video of how he just on his barbecue grill started making the fire starters.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. So I really enjoyed that one. So he's watched a lot of the other ones too. He tends to watch more videos. I tend to do more lives. So, but he's been enjoying a lot of your videos, watching the different things that you're doing. So all kinds of fun stuff going on. So, well, thank you for the interview, and I appreciate it. And it was really nice getting to meet you guys
It was
today.
fun meeting you guys too.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.